tonight. So hear that again, like I said, this call is recorded so that y'all can come back to it. And I want to start this off by saying that I really wanted to do this call last night, but I needed a little bit more information. I got that information today, and we're going to kind of be learning and growing together. So many of you might have already received an email from First Form today, just about some exciting changes that are coming with the app. And honestly, Logan and I wanted you guys to hear it from us first. The reason he's not with me tonight is he's actually picking our groceries up from Sam's. So we do grocery pickup. So that's where he is. So I was like, I can do the call, no problem. But he says hello. And he might pop in and just say hey to you guys. So what I want to do is going through this, I want to explain some of the really exciting changes that are coming in 2025 and honestly why we are implementing these changes. And I first off want to start by saying that Logan and I had nothing to do with this. This was everything to do with First Form and creating, cultivating some changes that we have within the app. It's going to be really exciting for all of us to be able to have these changes, and ultimately it allows us to work better and closer with you guys. So the first thing I want to mention is for the First Form app, we will be now moving to two different versions of the app. We will be moving to either the standard version that's available or the premium version that's available. So let's go ahead and talk about the standard first. So right now, everybody in the app, no matter where you are, everyone has the access to the same app, and everyone's paying $12.99 a month, right? Very affordable, very, very, very cheap for these fitness apps. Our standard tier, and if you guys want to write this down, and again, this is not the Invictus Core right now, I'm talking about the app. Our standard app price is now going to be $9.99 per month. But what is going to be different about that is you no longer will have access to messaging and or assessments. So you still will have nutrition and tracking macros. You'll have live streams. You have availability for the workouts that First Form has already done and created. So again, all those 8-week programs, 12-week programs, running programs, ab programs, etc. And you will get announcements from us, and still to be able to bring together the live streams, the nutrition, the tracking, the workouts, all the things, but you no longer will have the messaging feature to be able to contact your advisor or myself and or Logan or Lindsay, our dietitian, one-on-one. And the reason why we're doing that is all of you guys on here already do a really great job, but I'm going to be completely transparent with you. It's very hard for Logan and I to chase everyone and to try to track down everybody and be like, hey, come on, where's your weekly summary? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So that standard tier is going to be more for the people who don't want accountability. They don't really want any sort of check-ins with coaches, and they just kind of want to ride on their own and do their own thing. However, though, Logan and I will draw a very fine line that if people are in that tier or if they're in that standard version of the app, we will not answer nutrition questions via Facebook DMs or email or Instagram DMs. We are going to ask that you bump up to the premium if you're going to be doing those things, because again, that's just out of respect for our time. So I wanted to go over that the standard feature for the app, again, messaging and assessments completely gone. You will have no sort of contact with a coach whatsoever. You will be solo riding on your own. That will be, again, $9.99 per month, or you can pay the $59.99 per year. So that's going to be the difference, $9.99 per month or the $59.99 per year. So I want to know, what questions do we have about the standard app price right now? Please ask away in the comments or unmute yourself. This is the time for us to talk about it before I talk about the other tier. Any questions? Otherwise, give me like a thumbs up or something if we're good. I feel like I'm talking to a wall, y'all. We're good. That all makes sense. Okay. All right. Thank you, Julie, for the one thumbs up. I appreciate that. Okay. So then that's going to be our standard tier. Now we also have, the app is going to have what's called a premium tier available. Now, this premium tier is going to include the messaging feature as well as the assessment feature as well. So you will get macro tracking, you will get the live streams, you will get our daily announcements, and you will have access to message your coach. So you will be able to do that. How this is going to change is this one is going to be $29.99 a month. And the reason that First Form is doing that is because they are realizing the massive amount of just tools and resources that your advisor, your coach, etc., is providing you. And they really want to delineate again, between who really wants those services and who really doesn't want those services, because they understand it's exhausting as a coach or it's exhausting as an advisor to consistently reach out to people who genuinely don't care as much about their health and fitness journey. And I'm not saying that they don't care to not get results, but they don't care to actively have someone checking in on them, right? So again, this premium tier is going to be so much more of a personalized approach. There's a lot of things that I can't tell you about everything, but I can tell you about one thing that's going to be coming in this premium tier that's a really, really, really big deal as well for us as we go into 2025. And again, what that is going to be is we are actually building a training platform inside the app. I've actually been testing it right now. I've been testing it on the back end for the last couple of weeks. And what that essentially means is for those of you guys that are personal programmed by Logan and I, your workouts will now be inside the app. So there's actually a feature that like Amanda, I'm going to use you because you're the only one I can see. I could go to Amanda's profile and toggle on workouts, and then I could program her all of her workouts, and it would be right in the app. This is huge, especially for those of you guys that have been programmed by myself, Logan, or one of our other coaches, that we did everything via Google Sheets. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but you'd have to kind of screenshot the workout, upload it to the app, or you'd have to like go to your workout here, go to track it here. It just became a lot. And so we're actually putting a workout program in the app, or a platform in the app, where we can custom program for you. And the most exciting thing, and the thing that I'm very excited about, is actually Train with Kelsey will be housed in the app. So for those of you guys that do Train with Kelsey, it no longer will necessarily need to be on YouTube. The longer form videos will be uploaded to the app, again, upon request, and if that is something that you desire. So I figured that out this last weekend, that I still will have to upload them to YouTube, but then I can bring them over and house them in the First Form app. So again, if you want to watch them on your phone, that's perfectly fine. I can give you the desktop login for the First Form app, because there is a desktop login for those of you guys that don't know that. Sometimes it does make it easier to track macros that way. You'll be able to access the workouts that way. So then right after you're done with the workout, you can leave notes, you can take the pre-workout survey, you can take the post-workout survey. Everything will be in the app. So this is huge for us, and we have been pushing for this for years. So the fact that we have it now is incredible in that premium tier. So again, that premium tier for the app is changing to $29.99 a month. And again, there's going to be a lot of other features that are rolling out in Q1, Q2, and Q3. The only one I can tell you about right now is that the train, or the custom side of workouts, will be available on that platform. That's not necessarily going to be available to the standard platform, because again, that would mean that you're working more with a coach. So premium is going to be $29.99 a month, or it'll be $159.99 for the year. So you can save a little bit if you go ahead and you get that addition, like if you pay for the year in total. So let me put both of these in the comments, and then let me explain. And again, you guys, I'm learning alongside of you with this, so please bear with me as I'm getting you these details. But as far as I'm concerned right now, again, these are going to be the prices moving forward for how you can get the differences. And essentially what you can see for the $9.99 a month is, if you pay for the year, you're essentially paying for 6 months, and we're taking care of the rest of the 6 months. Same thing with the premium. You're taking care of 6 months for the year, and we're essentially taking care of the rest of it. But what I want you to know as well is there is an opportunity for all of you to be grandfathered into the prices that you are paying right now. So another really big thing that First Form is doing is they're no longer going to have you go through the App Store to be affiliated with the First Form app. And why you started receiving emails today is the App Store, or like Apple or the Google Play Store, has to give you 30 days in advance before any sort of these costs change. But we're actually taking the cost away from the App Store, and everything is going to be ran through First Form now. Why does this matter for you guys? When you have glitches, when you have app bugs, when you have stuff that's not going right with your app, you will directly be talking to our customer service at First Form. You no longer will be trying to figure it out with Apple or whatever card is affiliated with your Apple account ID. It makes a really big difference in what you all can do, and you all will have the opportunity to do through emails, and you'll get updates from me, is if you want to lock in the price of the year right now. So everybody pays $12.99, or you pay $129.99 for the year. If you guys switch to the year subscription, you would pay $129.99, and then you would automatically be grandfathered into that premium tier for the following year. So that's really, really, really big that they're giving you all an opportunity to stay with the level and the affiliation that you have been paying this entire time. But again, you have to commit to that year, which many of you already use the app anyway. So what's the difference, right? But again, on December 1st, that will start to be rolled out on the First Form website. You will actually cancel. So don't do this right now, okay? But you'll actually cancel your subscription with inside the Apple or Google Play Store, and you'll do it all through the First Form app. Yes, it will save your data. Don't worry. None of that's going to go away. But I wanted to make sure that you all were very clear that if you want to continue with assessments, with advising, all of those things, you're actually not going to pay anything different than you have in this last year. It's just asking you to pay for that year up front, so that instead of $12.99 a month, you take care of it for the whole year, but then you're essentially saving $30 for the whole year. So do we have any questions about that, or does that make sense? I know that's a lot of information, so I'm happy to ask or answer any questions. Crystal clear? Julie gave me a thumbs up. Amanda gave me a thumbs up. Okay, cool. So with that being said, a couple things, thank you, Paige, for the thumbs up as well. Couple things I want to make known to you guys is, first off, this does not affect the challenge whatsoever. Okay. Every one of you that's doing the challenge, you still will fulfill that challenge. You'll still do the rest of the challenge. Like, you are still good to go with finishing the rest of the challenge. So don't worry about this impacting you one way or another. We made sure of that, and that's why we're making these changes. The second thing is, this will not go into effect until 30 days after it's all announced. So let's say that you decide, hey, I'm going to switch over to, on the 21st, I'm going to switch over to the monthly. That's not going to go into effect until December 21st then. So there's going to be a 30-day period there of when that will go into effect. So I just wanted you guys to know this, so that when you start getting emails, one, it's not spam. Two, the reasoning behind it of why we're separating those things. And then thirdly, additionally, that hey, you can grandfather this in, you can lock this in at any time. And so as soon as I have the link for you guys, please don't try to go, again, don't go searching on First Form's website right now, because it's not there. You're going to get a ton of emails about this. You're going to get 30 days out. You're going to get 15 days out, 7 days out, and multiple days out to after that. But I will also push it out to the app as well, because there will be a new link that, again, you guys will cancel your old subscriptions with, but please do not do that right now. And you'll enroll your new subscriptions with. So everything will be a very seamless process, but that one of our values is integrity. One of our core values is integrity and honesty. And the second that Logan and I got this information I received it on Friday, I wanted to make sure you guys knew about it ahead of time, so you understood everything that was coming. So this is really, really, really exciting. So again, it's not going to change anything right now. Wednesday or Thursday, you'll start to get more emails of notifying about the change. Again, there's that 30-day wait period, but it's really exciting that everything is actually switched over to First Form. It's no longer going to be with the App Store. So what comments, questions, concerns do we have about that?
Kelsey, I didn't mean for my message to go directly to you. Okay. So my Apple account, this is such a crazy question that may only pertain to me, and so I apologize. But my Apple account email is something totally different than my First Form email. Yeah. Is it going to my Apple account, or is it going to my First Form?
No, it will go to, so it actually probably will go to both. First Form should have emailed you today. Or if you don't get it by today, you'll get it by Wednesday or Thursday. But then naturally, Apple has to notify you as well. And if you don't get the email, you will get just a push notification on your phone. So regardless, you'll get communication from both of them.
Cool. Thanks.
I think my message went directly to you too. And mine was, so we're pretty much waiting until you give us the link to be grandfathered in.
Yeah, that's going to be the safest bet, because again, if you go on First Form's website right now, you're not going to find it. Also, if you cancel your account right now, I'm not going to be able to see any of your nutrition, right? So just wait for me to do that. Otherwise, I'll tell you hey guys, you should have gotten an email. That's the link that you follow. I will make sure it's crystal clear that you have it. And I'll be reaching out to each one of you individually as well when that time comes, and let you know hey, you're ready to go. It's ready to be grandfathered and you're ready to switch over. So yep, for sure. Good questions. Anything else? And again, you guys can ask anything because I'm still learning a lot about this as well.
Hey,
Oh,
I am like late to the party. What I've missed kind of what's going on.
yeah, Leah. So I'll send you the recording so you can catch up on it. But we're actually going through app changes right now, where First Form is splitting into two different options for our app. So we're gonna have a standard app version, or we're gonna have what's called a premium app version. And the biggest difference is standard does not have any sort of access to any sort of coaches, messaging, nothing on that platform. Whereas the premium will have those features. And the reason First Form did that is, again, they were realizing advisors, and this is not just me, this is like company wide, there's a lot of people who were spending time like badgering and reaching out to people like, hey, where are your summaries? Where are the things like we need those? And they realized that our time could be a lot more effective knowing the denotation of like who really wants our help and who doesn't necessarily need our help right now. So there's some comments in there too, Leah, of like the different prices, but I will send you the recording afterwards so you have all of it, and I'll include my notes with it too.
Okay, great. So if you're like, if you're already using the app and you want to switch over to premium and obviously stay in contact with your coach, it's like they're changing the cost of the app.
Yes. Yep. So the standard is going to go down. So everybody pays $12.99 right now. Standard's going to go down to $9.99 per month or $59.99 per year. And then the premium version is going to go to $29.99 a month or $159.99 a year. But the biggest thing that I'm talking about right now is you can be grandfathered in at the price you pay for the app right now if you sign up for the year subscription. So everybody pays $12.99 right now or $129.99. What you can do is you all will receive an email that you have the opportunity to lock that $129.99 price in for the next upcoming year. So you actually wouldn't be paying the premium price, you'd be paying the previous price. So this is really great for you guys, but this will change how like new people come into the app, but it's not a big deal for you guys because again, all of you can lock it in. So that's what Logan and I do. We pay for the year, and honestly, like I'll be transparent with you guys, like my cost of the app goes up significantly. So like everybody is, again, it's First Form wide, it's something that's happening. But that's kind of the growing pains that we're going through right now in a really good way, Leah. And then I also shared the premium version of the app will be able to have custom programs in there, and Train with Kelsey will actually be able to be uploaded inside the app for everyone to have access to for a toggle on, toggle off feature. So if you're enrolled in Train with Kelsey, I could actually go in your account and hit, yes, I want Leah to see the Train with Kelsey workouts, or no, Leah's not doing the Train with Kelsey workouts. So everything is going to be a toggle on, toggle off feature. And something else that'll be very exciting for us, you guys, as well, is we'll actually be able to do all of the elevated elite coaching right through the app because, again, it's through First Form. So instead of like the Venmo that we do separate, and of course, Logan and I just spent a whole bunch of money to work with a payment processor. We're probably gonna have to throw that out the window because they implemented like payment processing in the app, which is really great overall. That's going to be something we're able to do too. So like, let's say that Amanda's doing the elevated tier and she's doing Train with Kelsey, I can just bundle all of that in for her, and it'll be automatic. So it's going to be so much easier for us. Amanda, are you okay if I answer did you mean to direct message me, or are you okay if I answer the question for everybody?
Oh, you can answer it for everybody. I've never figured out Zoom and how to not message whoever.
You're okay.
So,
I feel like I feel like it's just default that everybody's direct messaging me. So Amanda asked a great question. So what's the benefit of doing the standard tier then? It's a really great question. A lot of the times it's for people like very towards the end of their journey. Let's say someone like, for example, like Logan and I have an advising profile, but let's say, Logan's been on his journey for 8 years and he just wants a place to track his macros. He doesn't feel like he needs coaching or accountability. That would be who the standard app would be for. But again, you guys all know that the major benefits of your journey come from the weekly assessments, come from the chat features. So it's just, again, it's going to be a difference of, what features you're looking for. But I would say that that's probably somebody on their journey that, again, just wants nothing to do with coaching and just basically wants a place to track their macros. Kind of like just using MyFitnessPal, it would be the equivalent to that. Yep. Good question. What else you guys got for me? again, these changes are not going to be made immediately, right? We're First Form's notifying you guys and letting you all know so that by the new year, everybody's kind of like roped into these things as well. But I will say this too, this will probably bring you guys a lot of comfort. This doesn't change anything with the Invictus score. So although this changes on First Form side, nothing changes with the Invictus score. You guys are still in your tiers. You're still always going to be grandfathered into your tiers from what we do as the Invictus score. So don't worry about how that's going to be affected at all. Everything on our end is staying the same. It's just a little bit of a difference for First Form's end, which again, we used to have a free app and then we went to the $12.99 a couple years ago. So again, it's all growing pains, but really good things. And I'll share with you guys as well in Q1, we're actually working on rolling out the feature that our team calls would actually be inside the First Form app. So the live streams you can catch Monday through Friday. Essentially, Logan and I will have a platform where we can go live in the app, and then you don't have to come on to Zoom. You just log into the app at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays when the Elevated Elites do their team call, and you'd be able to tap in right there as well. So again, we're trying to keep everything inside the app instead of having like multiple different things outside the app just to make it easier for you guys. So what other questions we got? Let me see. So Paige, if you're paying the $12.99 a month now, if you were going to monthly, you wanted to do the premium, yes, you would pay the $29.99. Otherwise, what you can do is you could pay for a year in advance and you could be grandfathered into the $129.99, which is the cost of the app right now. Let me know if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So again, all of you will receive an email with the opportunity. Yes, Paige. So if you do the year and you pay the $129, you don't have to worry about anything monthly. Yep, that's correct. That's for the app side of things. Now, of course, the Invictus core is going to be separate from that. But yep, that's why they want to do it for you all, to say, hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for being with us as we grow through this. Here's an opportunity to be able to do that. Because again, they can't switch or grandfather the monthly into the $12.99 because it's not a tier that exists. So they have to do the yearly. But again, if you do the math on that, you're saving over $30 for the entire year. So you're essentially getting a whole month free and then some, because you're getting the benefits of the training app side of the app and things like that. And again, using the premium, you guys don't have to use the custom training feature. Like we can toggle it off for you. You don't have to use that. But it's really nice for a lot of you guys that do train with Kelsey and you like that. I made sure that we could fit long form videos in there. And I think we can fit up to 45-minute videos and train with Kelsey are 30 to 35 minutes. So it'll be perfect for us to house that in the app for you guys and then just toggle on, toggle off. So all of you are getting really, really, really good stuff before the new year comes. So again, just be mindful that if you're referring people to the Invictus core, like their prices will change at the first of the year. So again, just like the Invictus core, we went through a growth phase as well. First Form's going through a growth phase too. What other questions do we got? I want to make sure I get all of them answered for you guys that I can.
So with us being grandfathered in, how many years does it last? Like
That's
you
really-
said this year and then next year. So is it 2 years or like every year after?
Good question. As far as I'm concerned right now, it will be for 2025. I can't speak to 2026 and 2027 because I don't know what other things that they're rolling out, but they did confirm for 2025, if you pay the $129.99, that's for the whole year. You're good to go. And we might revisit this conversation next November, December, but for 2025, that is what it lasts for thus far. And it might be into 2026. I just can't tell you that yet. But again, who knows, during that time, we might break off and do more tiers as well. Good question. What else we got? And again, if you guys have any other additional questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm learning right alongside of you as well. Again, this was a call on Thursday that we had. I was made aware of it on Friday, and they're like, hey, people are starting to get emails on Monday. I'm like, whew, no time like the present to be able to get you guys all this information. So again, we'll learn and grow together, but I wanted you all to hear that from myself and obviously an extension of Logan as well. just to know ahead of time. So if there's any questions, again, additionally, feel free to shoot me a message. I am happy to answer them and we'll try to do my best that I can. I'll post this on YouTube, and then I will post a whole bunch of things with information that I have from First Form, like kind of a laid out version of this, like what's the benefits, what's the difference, like how are things changing, things like that, just so you guys know from there. But the biggest thing that Logan and I want you to know is, again, the only way that we will be able to work with you is in the premium app, because we literally will not have access to you in the standard tier. Like, we will be able to see you in there, but like, you can't message us and we can't message you. So it's not like we can message you and you just can't respond. It's that we have no communication. And again, we don't want that for anybody. We want everybody to be able to have that communication, but they did want to offer different versions depending on what people need. So last minute or so, any other questions, or are we good to go for right now and everything makes sense so far?
Okay, I have one more question.
Yeah, please.
Is it possible to stay in an elevated or elite tier, but have the standard version of the app?
No.
Okay.
Yes, no, it won't be possible because we cannot message you through the app, and we would have to communicate outside the app. And again, the whole goal is for us to be back inside of the app to be able to keep everything streamlined there. Yep. And I'm not sure if you guys caught, so for those of you guys that are in elevated and elite tiers, last week I did the team call and I announced to you guys what the Black Friday bundles would be for First Form as well as the Invictus Core. The reason I did that, so with the different tier prices of being able to have a free month of training with Kelsey, being able to have a free month of elevated coaching, that's what we're giving away, which is also insane. So go back and watch that, but the different tiers are available. I was doing this anticipating that this would come before the end of the year. So to make that transition a little bit easier for you guys, I wanted to do that for you, especially if you're grandfathering in and you're paying that $129.99, and you're getting maybe some goodies from First Form and you get like the largest bundle or whatever it may be. Logan and I want to take a little bit off of you and make this transition easier by giving you a free month of training with Kelsey, giving you a free month of elevated coaching, just as a token of saying thank you for doing that as we're all growing through this. But again, it's on our end too. Like, we're working through it. We're growing through it. It's good things. It's all very good things. So I'm so excited to announce to you guys what we have in Q1, Q2, Q3. But comparatively speaking, this is incredibly affordable, based on like what some fitness apps are out there every single month. So I just wanted to go over that with y'all. So if there's no other questions, I will go ahead and again, put this on YouTube, get a recording up for y'all, and then be able to, I'll also send a transcript out as well, with that announcement. And if you have any other additional questions, let me know.
All right. Amanda has a question.
What, Amanda?
Will in the standard tier or whatever, will they still have the like the workout things that you can access right now?
Yeah. So if you were to go on your app right now, the only thing that will be gone. So like if you open up your app and you're looking at it. So if I just look at, for example, like the bottom of my app here, the only thing that it will be gone is this chat feature. So like that will not exist anymore. So you can, yep, you can't talk to like Logan and myself. You can't do that. But everything else, again, the activity, the nutrition, the live streams, our announcements even will stay the same. Now we will do different announcements for people in like a standard tier versus like the premium tier. Like the premium tier, of course, is going to get a lot more of like resources and attention and things like that. Because again, they want to be coached, right? So that's gonna be the biggest difference. That yep, everything stays the same, but you just won't have that messaging feature available. Do you have a follow-up question to that, Amanda? I can answer it.
I muted myself and then can you still do train with Kelsey without being a premium member?
I don't believe so. I do believe that from what I've been taught and educated about right now, because that would be communication with a coach, that has to be in the premium tier. As soon as I have like 100% confirmed, I will push that out and let people know. But to my knowledge right now, that will only be available in the premium tier. Because again, you'd be getting custom programming from your coach. So you'd want to check in with your coach, or you'd want to see how it's going, because otherwise that communication would have to be routed outside of the app. And that's what they're trying to avoid.
Okay.
So again, I'll update you, but to my knowledge, not so far.
So once this goes, you won't send it via email anymore. The Train with Kelsey workouts.
Correct. No, it'll all be housed inside the app and it'll be a toggle
Good.
on, toggle off feature. Yep, that we can help you with. And again, I'm going to send it to email until I know like there's no bugs, there's no glitches, everything like that. So I would, of course, let everybody via email know like, hey, FYI, everything's going to be housed in the First Form app now. Here's the link to make sure you're enrolled to the First Form app. So I'll keep up with y'all and I'll let you know. We're learning alongside you guys, but I care about you too much to not have had a call with you and just let you try to read through your emails and figure it out. Cool. Any other last minute questions? These are great, you guys. I appreciate your time and attention tonight. No? Okay. If anything else comes up, please let me know. I'll get this recording up ASAP. If you got any other additional questions, like I said, shoot them my way. And if I don't have the answer, I will contact people who do have the answer and get back to y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Happy Monday. Thanks for being with me. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll talk soon.